Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my honor to announce the arrival of followed by the national anthem of Republic of Kenya. May I request you all to kindly remain in attention. Thank you.
To our partnership. Thank you.
What was the discussion? Very substantive or very general? Narrow and scope, but not
India is Kenya's reliable development partner, contributing significantly to Kenya's skill development through training slots for civil servants under the Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation (ITEC) program, as well as scholarships for Kenyan students under the Indian Council for Cultural Relation program. Several Kenyans, leading lawyers, doctors, economists, engineers, and scholars received their education and training at universities in India. Bilateral trade has shown strong and consistent growth, indicating that there is immense potential for deepening the Kenya-India trade to reach a mutually favorable trade balance. We are pleased that both countries will commence negotiations on a trade agreement that will enhance market access and unlock greater investment flows. Kenya and India share long-standing diplomatic and historical ties dating back to Kenya's pre-independence time. Long before European exploration, well-established trade networks linked India and Kenya's Swahili coast. We share a common legacy of anti-colonial struggle, with many Kenyans of Indian origin actively involved in Kenya's fight for independence. And indeed, you have mentioned Makan Singh and, let me add, Pio Gama Pinto. Kenya and India share fundamental values, standing as stable democracies, working together and learning from each other. In recognition of the long-standing Kenya-Indian relationship, Kenyans of Indian origin were formally recognized in July 2027 as Kenya's 44th tribe. Deeply integrated into the national economy, the Indian community has made significant contributions across education, health, manufacturing, retail, trade, and construction, while producing distinguished lawyers, judges, doctors, scholars, entrepreneurs, and political leaders. The strength of this bond was recently demonstrated through the solidarity and invaluable support extended by the Government of India in facilitating the repatriation of the mortal remains of the late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, former Prime Minister of the Republic of Kenya, following his demise in Kochi, Kerala. The government and people of Kenya deeply appreciate this gesture of friendship and compassion. This special day affirms India's sovereignty and breaking from its colonial past. India has attained remarkable achievements since independence, largely attributed to visionary policies, sustained peace and stability, and a strong commitment to democratic governance. Today, India stands as one of the world's most populous nations and largest democracy, but also as the fourth largest economy globally, and has consolidated its position and influence on the international stage. India has emerged as a champion and a leading voice of the Global South, underscored by its convening of the Voice of the Global South Summit. Similarly, we thank Prime Minister Narendra Modi for strongly supporting the African Union to secure a permanent seat on the G20 table. India's steady rise into a global leader in digital innovation continues to inspire many nations of the Global South, including Kenya. This transformation is exemplified by the forthcoming Artificial Intelligence Impact Summit in New Delhi, hosted by His Excellency Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 19th to 20th February 2026. Both countries continue to collaborate on international candidatures. We also jointly advocate for reforms of the UN Security Council, the international financial architecture, and climate change mitigation for the benefit of all nations. To this end, I thank all of you present as we join in celebrating the 77th Republic of India. May the bonds of friendship continue to grow stronger for the shared prosperity of our peoples. The future of Kenya-India ties holds promise for a deeper partnership that can serve as a model for South-to-South cooperation on the global stage.
India's partnership with Kenya is one of the most historic and meaningful relationships in this continent. Our ties stretch back over centuries across the Indian Ocean and were forged through shared sacrifice. From the Indian workers who helped build the railway that gave birth to modern Kenya, to the Indian and African soldiers who fought side by side in East Africa during the First World War, and to the entrepreneurs who form the pillar of the Kenyan economy. Indian freedom fighters such as Makhan Singh and Pio Gama Pinto stood with Kenyans in the struggle against colonialism, laying the foundation of a friendship that continues to guide our relations till today. On this day in 1950, India adopted its constitution and became a republic. That moment was not merely the birth of a legal document, it was the expression of a civilizational choice to govern ourselves through democracy, equality, justice, and the rule of law. And in the 76 years that have passed, India has been able to achieve to a large extent the promises that we made ourselves to our constitution, despite extraordinary linguistic, religious, and cultural diversity. That democratic experience continues to define India's engagement with the world and the natural bond with Kenya, a fellow democracy shaped by its own proud struggle for freedom and dignity. Friends, at the heart of this remarkable partnership lies Kenya's vibrant Indian diaspora, from fifth and sixth generation Indian Kenyans to Indians who came in recent past. These people are not merely visitors or guests, but an integral part of this nation's story. Recognized now as Kenya's 44th tribe, they have contributed for over a century to building of Kenya's economy, its education system, its healthcare sector, and its philanthropic traditions. Whether in trade, industry, medicine, education, or social service, Indian Kenyans have always believed that their prosperity is inseparable from Kenya's prosperity. They are, therefore, the living bridge and building blocks of our bilateral partnership with Kenya. As India advances towards Viksit Bharat 2047 and Kenya works towards the ambitions of Vision 2030, our two countries are entering a phase of unprecedented opportunity. The alignment between our development journeys offers a powerful basis for this partnership. India brings scale, technology, and experience. Kenya brings dynamism, regional leadership, and a young, ambitious population. Together, we can create growth that is inclusive, sustainable, and people-oriented.